At a supermarket, two simple experiments were conducted. In the first one, shoppers were offered 24 types of jam to taste and buy at a discount. Sounds like a jam lover's dream, right? In the second, only 6 types of jam were available. The first experiment attracted more people. 60% of shoppers stopped by, but only 3% actually bought a jar. The second one, fewer people stopped, just 40%, but 30% made a purchase. Same jam, just fewer choices, and 10 times more people actually made a decision. How crazy is it? So this strange result has a name, the paradox of choice. The idea that having too many options can actually make us less happy, more stressed, and completely stuck. And if you've ever felt paralyzed while picking a Netflix film, or overthought a text message to someone you just matched with, trust me, you're not alone. For most of us, having more choices feels like a good thing. I mean, who wouldn't want more options, right? More shoes to choose from, more jobs to apply to, more bags to pick. Sounds so excited. Honestly. But take it slow, because here's what really happens. And your brain is low-key freaking out. There's something called decision fatigue. It's when your brain gets tired from making too many choices, even small ones. Each time you pick between A and B, or A, B, C, D, and E, your brain has to process, compare, analyze, imagine outcomes, weigh pros and cons, and eventually it just taps out. According to neuroscience, this happens because your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for decision-making, has limited energy. It's like your phone battery. Start at 100%, but with every decision, it drains a little. By the time you get to the important stuff, like deciding whether to change careers or commit to a relationship, your brain's like, dude, can we please not? Psychologists call this part of the paradox opportunity cost. It's the idea that when you choose one thing, you're automatically giving up all the benefits of the things you didn't choose, and your brain doesn't let that go easily. Even when we pick something great, we often feel less satisfied because we keep thinking about what we could have picked. Let me break this down simply. When you have fewer options, your brain can compare things more clearly. It's like having just 2 paths in front of you. You can easily look at both, weigh the pros and cons, and go, okay, this one makes more sense for me. It feels manageable, clean. You feel confident in your choice because your brain isn't overloaded. Now imagine the opposite. Too many options. Instead of 2 paths, now you're staring at 20 or 50. Suddenly, you're not just comparing A versus B. You're comparing A versus B versus C versus D versus Z, and back again. You start thinking, what if I missed something better? What if I'm making the wrong call? You second guess yourself. Even after you decide, there's a little voice in your head whispering, are you sure though? And the worst part, that little voice can ruin the satisfaction you would have felt, even if you made a great choice. A study found that people who had fewer gift choices actually ended up happier with what they received than those who had tons of options. Why? Because they didn't spend the rest of the day wondering if they should have picked the white or black skirt good on this shirt. Here's another example we've all lived through. Connecting on Tinder. You swipe through dozens of profiles every day. You match, you chat, you may even go on a date. But then another profile pops up that might be hotter, funnier, smarter. So you hesitate, or you ghost, or you spiral into what ifs. And suddenly everyone feels like an option, and no one feels like the one. Alright, so now we know. More options don't always mean more freedom. They can lead to stress, regret, and analysis paralysis. But don't worry, and we're not stuck here. Let's talk about how to outsmart this trap, how to make better choices and feel good about them. The first way, satisfice, don't maximize. I know. Satisfice sounds like a made-up word, but it's a legit psychology term. It means aim for good enough, not perfect. Maximizers, people who try to make the absolute best choice every time, are often less happy, even if they do make a better decision. Why? Because they keep replaying all the other options. Satisficers, on the other hand, choose what meets their needs, then move on. They sleep better, worry less, regret less. You don't need the most stunning dress in the store. You just need a good one that fits you well. Let that be enough. The second way, limit your choices on purpose, of course. Yup, take control by shrinking the menu. If you're shopping online, filter down to 3 to 5 options, max. If you're planning a weekend trip, pick 2 places and compare only those. If you're choosing a movie for lunch, limit 2 movies, or if you don't want to finish the meal before, watch a movie. And if you're dating, okay, maybe don't swipe through 300 people in one night, just maybe. Too much input fries your brain. Simplify, set boundaries, trust your gut sooner. Remember, you don't need all the options, just the right ones. The third way, practice post-decision gratitude. This one's powerful. Once you've made a decision, stop looking back. Instead, train your brain to focus on what's good about your choice. Science shows that when we reflect on the positive aspects of a decision, we actually feel more satisfied, even if it wasn't perfect. Got the green shoes instead of the black? Hype them up in your mind. Make that choice feel like a win, and your brain will follow. Oh, it's special, and it suits my mint silk dress for this weekend's party. People might choose an ordinary or safe color option, so I'm going to be really cool with these green shoes. Talking too much from the beginning, but this is what I really want you to keep in your mind. In a world where we're constantly being told to explore every option, real freedom isn't in having it all. It's in knowing what matters, choosing it with intention, and letting the rest go. So next time you find yourself stuck in the huge choice of roads or scrolling endlessly through life's options, pause, pick it, and remind yourself, less can be more, fewer can be better. Good enough is often what makes us truly happy. And sometimes, try to believe the option that pops up in your mind for the very first moment when you see or think about it.